Ahlan wa sahlan. We continue bi'idhnillahi ta'ala our overview of the book Zukhruf al Qawl by Shaykh Fahd al Ajlan and Abdullah al Ujairi. They move on to article number 25, which is titled The Shariah upon whose understanding. So this is a slogan, this is a claim, this is a statement made by many liberals, secularists and others. They state that we are unable to implement the Sharia. Why? Because there are many Shariahs, there are many Islams, there are many understandings, there's a lot of differences of opinion, there's a lot of debate with regards to the understanding of the Sharia. So which one are we to work with? Which one do we use? Which one do we implement? That is their argument. They state that implementation of the Sharia is a non-starter because we do not have an agreed upon reference point. How do we respond to this? We say that the reality is, this is a loophole that you have come with, and it is an imaginary loophole. You do not want to implement the Sharia. You do not want to search for the truth. Rather, you want to create doubt with regards to the Sharia. You want to eliminate any option of the Sharia implementation. But you are mistaken. You are totally mistaken. Why are you mistaken? Because number one, the presence of any ikhtilaf, the presence of any difference of opinion with regards to something does not necessarily negate its position. There are many who debate and argue with regards to the existence of Allah, with regards to the names and the attributes of Allah, with regards to different religions, which one is upon the truth, etc. Does this mean that Allah does not exist? Because people debate, because people are differing with regards to it? Does it mean that Allah does not have names and attributes, etc., because people debate with regards to this? Does it mean that there is no religion which is upon the truth? All religions are null and void. Why? Because people debate. And because there's the presence of debate, it means that there is no truth. This is absolute nonsense. There are people who debate. They go to court. This is my money. This is my haq. This is my building. This is my property. The other says, no, rather it is my property. Does the judge rule that, well, technically it belongs to nobody? Nobody has a haq over it because people are differing? Absolutely not, Jayed. And so we state the presence of differing and debate does not negate the presence of truth, etc. And similarly, with regards to so much of debate when it comes to the definition of democracy, of liberalism, of feminism, etc., etc. Jayed, you have that debate yourself. We state to them, important to note. Number one, not everything of the Sharia is full of differences of opinion. There is an amount of the Sharia which is completely agreed upon. There's no debate. This here completely destroys the argument because they are claiming everything is full of debate. We say no. There's an amount, there's a portion of the Sharia which is muttafaq alayh, agreed upon, and there's no debate there whatsoever. That's number one. Number two, we state, and where there are differences of opinion, well, what is wajib upon us? To search for the truth. And differences does not mean that there is no presence of the truth in it whatsoever. We also state, remember, that the rulings of the Sharia are divided into two categories. Ahkam, which are qat'i in their nature. They are clear-cut. They are agreed upon. They are like the sun in the middle of the day. It is super clear, no debate whatsoever. 5 daily prayers are an obligation. To fast the month of Ramadan, an obligation. To pay your zakah, an obligation. Zina is something which is prohibited. Alcohol consumption is something which is prohibited. There's no debate with regards to these matters. These are ahkam which are qat'i. They are unambiguous. They are unequivocal. They are unmistakable. There's no ambiguity in them whatsoever. So that's the ahkam which is qat'i. And so here we can implement. There's no argument of any differences whatsoever. And the second category, the ahkam which is a dhanni in its nature, that here there is debate, it's not clear cut, there is some ambiguity, etc., etc. Yes, here there is debate. And here what do? We search for the truth. Here ulama have differed. Here this is the realm of ijtihad, etc. So at the end of the day, the argument that Sharia upon whose understanding, this argument does not stand. Why? Because there's a level, there's a qadr, there's an amount of the Sharia which is agreed upon, which is the ahkam which is qat'i, where there's no debate whatsoever. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.